Hey guys, Funk here, and today I'm going to do another Mythic commentary, this time for Mythic Za'qul. Now, at the time of this kill, this was the rank 1 parts for this fight. I was one of the first monks to use Essence of the Focusing Iris major on this fight, and my thought process there was, Monk's not good on single target, let's just have Monk focus on AoE damage, because AoE damage, killing the ads is very important in this fight. So, to get started here, I use my 2-minute cooldowns because they'll be up for the first puncture. And phase 1 will stop DPS at some point, and that's to line up cooldown or line up ability timings in this fight. And you'll see here the horrific vision spawn, and you'll see on my plater I track this buff they give themselves. It takes a few seconds for them to gain this buff, but it causes them to take 5% more damage per stack. So they start with 30 stacks. They take 150% more damage at high stacks. This allows you to do huge AoE damage to these things. And basically, if they get to 0 stacks, they transform into an ad that is very bad. It has like 6 million HP, and it will just kill the tanks. You'll see here we stop with DPS pretty soon here. Right, I think right here, pretty much stop DPS. We're waiting for the we're waiting for the dread and the tentacles to go off. And after the tentacle timer on the bottom right, after that goes off, we're gonna push the boss to phase 2, which happens at 85%. We're waiting for that to happen, and we're just sitting here. But after that happens, Puncture Darkness will spawn, and once the Puncture Darkness goes off, the boss will take 35% more damage, I believe. That's when I will use my second 2-minute cooldowns. So here we go, stage 2. The eruption spawns right after these tentacles. There it is on our left. We're going to move the boss over there. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stand inside of the eruption, and the eruption does damage when you stand inside of it and it goes off. That's fine for me, because I'm going to use Touch of Karma to soak this damage, and it just turns out that this does just enough damage to proc all of your karma. And it gives you a big TOD on this this boss. You also notice that I elected not to use the Cyclotronic trinket on this fight because of you'll see later on, the timing of it lines up strangely, where there's a lot of ads to kill, but I have to use Cyclo with TOD at that point, and I lose a lot of ad damage there. So I elected not to use it, but I think you can still use it. A lot of the top parsers now are still using it, so this is more of just like a ad damage focused build, a little bit more pad. Alright, so there's the next puncture, and then Delirium's Descent is about to happen, or ad spawn. So for this so if you're using double on use in this fight, you can use your coral on the second puncture here, and then use your cyclo on the first one. And just alternate on use trinkets for every other puncture. It's actually very nice. Overall, I say this fight is very, very good for Monk. One of our best fights this tier. Also, my personal favorite fight this tier. This is only using 1 on use, I don't use it here, I just save it up. Save my cooldowns here for the next next puncture, because I'm not really too worried about boss damage. We push to phase 4 here. More ad spawn, we pick up these ads. Now shortly we'll be going upstairs. We have to time it just right. Otherwise, this is to make it so that no new ads spawn. But I think it's after the fact here. So I think right now we're just waiting for the ads to spawn. Okay, here they come. The ads are going to spawn here. And then I'm going to go up and we're going to kill them. So we're going up. We're going down, whatever you want to say. And our main focus here is they can kill all these ads, and then we're going to drag Za'qul onto that Puncture Darkness over here, over there. There we go. Focus on killing ads as much as possible. And here I try to stand inside this again in TOD. So we leave one of the ads up on purpose because we'll use its thing to go upstairs to prevent more ads from spawning. because if one ad is alive and this trigger happens in the fight, he will not spawn an additional ads because he can see that the one ad is already up. I believe that's how it works. Or if anyone is like in a certain realm, I think it's like if they're in like the original realm, the ads will spawn. But we're trying to keep this ad up so we can manipulate that, so no new ads will spawn. So already gives kind of a bunch of ads. This is very scary here. I have no cooldowns. For a while here, I was considering using a vision miner, but I think it's better not to use it. This is a big DPS phase for me because there's 3 ads up and Za'qul has puncture. It's pretty big. You can gain a lot of damage here. You see we all go up, but we can't actually hit this ad. Then we go back down strategically, and then we kill this ad before the cast goes off. Because if this cast goes off, it's bad news. More ads spawn. This is pretty much the end of the fight. So all we have to deal with at this point is there'll be another psychotic split in about 25 seconds. Once that psychotic split happens, that is the whole fight. It determines whether or not you kill the boss. It's all up to the delirium folks. Make sure that the delirium ad dies. Because the fear realm ad, it really isn't a big deal ever. It'll always pretty much die on time. But upstairs, we're pretty much all set. We're all done. Not much more we can do here. It's all about on delirium, guys. There's the split, and here comes the puncture. So this ad needs to die. If this ad dies, we kill the boss. So that's what happens here. You'll see the delirium ad's going down quite fast. And we make it one time, and then that's it. This is the whole fight. Now, there's nothing that happens. The boss has puncture, and you just kill the fight. There is another maddening eruption that'll spawn in 20 seconds. If you have that spawn, it's probably safer to drag the boss over there, but you don't necessarily need to. So at this point, the boss is dead. I'm doing like 78k DPS. Just a lot of AoE. If you want to parse in this fight, it's just a lot of AoE damage. Double dance, Iris Major. I definitely recommend Iris Major. Blood Major isn't as good just because the ads need to die quickly, and they're not clumped enough for blood to hit all of them. Iris is really nice there. Yeah. Make sure I'll be making a Mythic Ashara commentary walkthrough guide, whatever you want to call it, as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to catch you next time. Later.